A little snow ain't gonna stop me from seeing a couple movies, even though the not snow that we didn't get last week kind of stopped me from going to the movies last week. But I finally did get to see both Glass and The Upside today. So as far as Glass goes, yeah, it's kind of a disappointment, mostly because was that really what they were setting up with Split and this Unbreakable sequel that never got made? Because the thing with M. Night Shyamalan is that he started off pretty good as a filmmaker. He made some good films. He made The Sixth Sense. He made Unbreakable. Starting with Signs, he declined rapidly. Like, Signs is a terrible movie. Village was a terrible movie. Lady in the Water was a bad movie. The Happening, Last Airbender, After Earth, Devil, so on and so forth. And then he turned it around with The Visit, which was a surprisingly effective thriller. And then he made Split, which was a really good movie. One of the big surprises from a couple years ago. And with this movie, there's definitely a lot of what made Split work in there. Like whenever it's Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson reprising their roles from Unbreakable, or James McAvoy reprising his roles as the Beast from Split, the movie is actually pretty good. I like seeing these characters work off each other as well as they do. But the rest of the movie itself is just kind of bland, and it just goes back to what M. Night Shyamalan's bad films were like. Like, there's so many parts of this movie where it makes no sense. The twist that they try to throw in here make no sense. There's even parts of this where I think he's trying to bring back old twists and try to make them work here. Like, I know, like the whole twist about how the aliens in Signs could be destroyed by water. They couldn't land on water, even though they're invading a planet mostly covered by water. They bring that back in here, like water is like a thing that could kill a villain or something like that in here. But that's something they bring back in this movie, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And they just keep doing this, and the twist in this movie is just terrible. The third act of this movie really drops the ball on this one. The big fight scene that you expect to be awesome. You're going to get to see Bruce Willis's character from Unbreakable is going up against James McAvoy's character from Split, and it just doesn't pay off. It's funny also that this movie is called Glass, even though Samuel L. Jackson barely shows up in this movie. Like, he gets the title role in here, but he's barely in the film. I think at most he's in here for about maybe 15 minutes throughout the first two halves, and then in the third half he's in there. In the third part of the film, he's in it more. And yeah, the movie just doesn't work. I know this is going to be a controversial opinion, but I really did not like Sarah Paulson in this movie. I think this is the second movie I've seen in the last month where I've really not liked her characters. I hated her in Bird Box, and in Glass, this movie, she's just a one-note character. She's just one note. She has no expression. She's just there to be a character, is a generic character. Also, a movie is bad when Samuel L. Jackson's mother is 5 years younger than Samuel L. Jackson is. Like, if you go to Wikipedia, the actress is Charlene Woodyard. She's 65 years old. Samuel L. Jackson is 70 years old. So, yeah, you can see why this movie falls apart. And it's a shame, too, because I think M. Night Shyamalan was given too much creative control again. I think Jason Blum, even though his name is on this movie as a producer, he doesn't have as much control over this one as he did with Split, which I think made that movie work better. But yeah, the movie just doesn't work. I was really disappointed by it. Like, there's stuff in here I did like. I like some of this. Like I said, the scenes with Jackson, Willis, and McAvoy together were really good. There just aren't enough of those scenes to make the film worth watching. So yeah, I was let down by it. It's not one of M. Night's worst films. Like, nothing I think can ever top Lady in the Water, or The Happening, or Last Airbender, or Daredevil, or After Earth, but you get the idea. It's not a good film. And then I saw The Upside, which, honestly, it's generic. Some of the jokes are hit and miss. Some of the drama's hit and miss. But it's an alright film. I think what makes it work is Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston, and Nicole Kidman giving these good performances that can keep the film going. And it does work for most of the is whenever they're on screen together. They have some really good chemistry together. It's a generic. The story is rather generic, and there's definitely times where I think that this is a remake of The Untouchables, which was the 2012 movie. I can't remember the country it was, but it was a foreign language film, and they've been trying to remake this for an American audience for years now. The one version I heard about was that they were going to do it with Robert De Niro and Chris Tucker, with David O. Russell directing it, and they have just come off of doing Silver Linings Playbook, one of my favorite movies of the decade. So watching this movie, I really think that that De Niro, Tucker, and O. Russell could have made this movie a lot better than what it was. But for what it is, it's alright. It's not something I'm going to watch over and over again, but maybe if it comes on TV in a couple of years, I'll check it out. But for the most part, it's perfectly fine.